The college basketball experience Saturday pregame show for March 16th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Play their fantasy picker for a chance to win 100 times the amount of money you could enter in NBA, NHL, college basketball, and much, much more. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN to get a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Champs. Run your own March Madness pool and enter Champs free bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs to enter today. And we're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Martin Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome to the college basketball experience Saturday pregame show, the final Saturday pregame show of the regular season, or I guess this is technically not the regular season, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, folks. Hop on over youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We got two games that are just tipping off right now with Albany. What am I talking about? UMass Lowell in Vermont, going on from Burlington, Vermont. And then we have the MAC championship, Kent State, Akron. And we will talk about some live in-game betting. Not used to these 8 a.m. tips. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I mean, that's a pretty accurate quote. Didn't sleep much last night, but I've been celebrating because god damn have I been on fire the past couple of days with my picks. And when it comes to fire, this guy, he is the host of the NBA Gambling Podcast, the WNBA Gambling Podcast, the NFL Gambling Podcast. You hear him on the Sports Gambling Podcast, but he got to start right here, and his picks are always fire. Give it up for Terrell Furman Jr., a.k.a. Really Rel. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? Hey, last Saturday before the tournament. Next time we are here, we're going to be talking about, what is that, round of 32 games?
Yes, so yes. Some upsets will be happening. Patty C's going to be already crying because Virginia is going to lose to probably, well, if they get in.
Vermont.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I mean, yesterday's slate was fucking fire, and Brown and Princeton just tipped off. UMass Lowell and Vermont tipped off. Both teams. So Princeton's up 3-2. Lowell 2-2. Let me see if I can do a little in game. Yeah, so I can still see you can get Brown at plus 10.5. Brown's been hot. They won 6 straight. Ivy League action going on right now. Live betting. I'll take Brown. No, it just went down to 9.5 because Brown scored. But I think the Brown Bears are the team to cover this potentially just because they're hot. I'm betting pretty much every game on the slate. I think every single game on the slate I've placed a wager on. Jeez. Now there's only 16 games, but there are certain ones I like better than others. I'd say Brown Princeton is probably one of the lower rated ones because Princeton has the capability of fucking you up. But I took the points just because Brown's red hot. They won against Yale. They won against Cornell. What are you doing here? Whew.
I think I'm rolling with Princeton. I think Brown was a fun, nice story, but now you get to the point when you get into that second half, Princeton has been there, done that. They know what they need to do to get back to that conference final game and punch their way into the tournament. So I think Princeton, they're going to play with their food a little bit in this first half. You could probably get a better live number on Princeton in the first half at some point, but in the second half, they run away with it.
Yeah, I can see that. Shout out to Elliot Money saying good morning, fellas, and homie Tunes is saying easy money, Colby. Let's go. Princeton is out to a 9-4 lead, so you might be right on that. Vermont, Lowell from Burlington system play now. Let me see what the live up to. Vermont's got a 1-point lead. The live line 8.5, which it was 7.5 pregame. I'm riding 7.5, but 8.5. I would still lay it with Vermont. I think they win by double digits just because historically in this building, I got cute and went with Lehigh against Colgate. That was dumb of me because Colgate won by like 1,000. I think it's a similar situation, even though Lowell's a little bit better than Lehigh. What are you doing here?
I'm 100% on Vermont. Yeah. They get it done. They get it done. This is the spot that they thrive at. I think that winning in Vermont is already a tough task. And then you just talk about this team is looking towards the tournament. They know what it takes to get there. They know that they want to go in there and have a good performance. I think Vermont's going to go in there, play some really solid defense later in this game, and they're going to do enough to get it done.
I was on VSiN yesterday, and I had to do my homework on that game. I was looking back, and Lowell's only won once in the past, I think, 16 years at Vermont. It's a bad spot
Tough
for
place
him.
To play. Tough place to play.
Bad
it feels like Vermont's only lost once in the past 16 years.
Yeah, it really does, especially at home. Yeah. They're now out to an 8-4 lead. So live bet that thing. And I think we just got an offensive foul on. So yeah, Vermont with the ball now, up 4 early. Other games tipping off at 10 a.m. Pacific. I know I'm curious what you're going to do here. St. Joe's VCU. To me, if you are the higher seed in the A10 tournament right now, you got to be nervous because every dog has won. St. Joe's is taking on VCU.
Incorrect. That is incorrect. VCU was a 1-point favorite when they dogged UMass.
Oh, well, every odds-on dog, dog, like to win the tournament has won, and the lower seed has won every game. That's fair though. For some reason they were, and I took VCU. VCU is a 2.5-point favorite. Dude, I actually lean St. Joe's. I think St. Joe's is playing at a real. VCU's I don't want to say that necessarily that they're a young team, but they're young with their coach and roster. But St. Joe's has been building for this for years. I feel like this is their opportunity. If St. Joe's can't get it done here, it ain't gonna happen. These guys have been with the program. They've built for this for years with Billy Lang. So I'm going to take St. Joe's to win this game, but I don't think this is a home run. I think this is a tie game with 4 minutes left. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this is going to be just St. Joe's just whooping their ass. Is this a dumb question to ask you what you're doing in this game?
No, I don't believe I'm not gonna lie. There are some things as dumb questions. There's some dumb people out there and they ask some dumb questions, but that's not a dumb question. I'm on VCU though. You don't have to question here. I think VCU is going to be able to get it done. Punch their ticket into the final game. I think this St. Joe's team, it's been fun. It's been fun. They've been rolling recently, but I think now it all comes to a stop with that VCU defense that's still playing very, very good, even though, we talk about Rose leaving in the offseason, Ace Baldwin, and a lot of players they had leaving in the offseason. They've gotten it together. So I like this VCU defense to be able to step up big, especially after straight up locking down UMass the other day. So I think VCU is going to be able to get it done. But that was a pretty good win against Richmond. I just don't think they're going to beat both of the teams.
Terrell Furman riding with the Rams. That game's gonna. I mean, Ryan Odom's done a good job in year one. He really has. I bet it way better than I thought, and I didn't think it was a bad hire. Just thought it would take some time with all the players that left. Shout out to Danye Johnson, says, "Come to the show, straight hit the like button, my guys." And he also asked if we can get a ladder challenge to end the year. We try to do that at the end of the episode. There's not that many games. Shout out to Clark. Shout out to Danny Dumbshit. Everyone in the chat, 178 people. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Wisconsin, Purdue's laying 5.5. Third time, is it a charm for Wisconsin? I think not. I unfortunately will lay the 5.5 with Purdue. What did you like, Purdue?
No, I hate Purdue.
So
I hate this Purdue.
I'm the same way. But I just think Wisconsin, too many staples. I'll take Purdue minus 5.5. Now Wisconsin did cover 9.5 for us like 2 weeks ago, but that was also with them hitting a 3 with 2 seconds left to cover that. So they were down 12. I don't see, to me, if someone's going to beat Purdue, it's going to be like Illinois. Someone's got to have some athleticism. I don't know that Wisconsin can be that team. I will lay the 5.5 with the Boilermakers. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I didn't think Wisconsin was going to get it done against Northwestern. I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling with Purdue here. But I don't like it. I don't trust Purdue. I think that they're liable. I mean, the Michigan State game showed me that they're liable to really lose to anybody in the Big Ten. And so
I agree.
I'm not betting this, but I'll take Purdue.
Yeah, I'm betting all of this. I'm taking it in. The
you
final
said all 16. You said all 16,
man. They've been fired away. There was a couple smaller wagers. There's a couple smaller wagers I did. Like the Brown Princeton game was probably my smallest wager. I think there's one other one. Mississippi State's getting 8 against Auburn in Nashville. Yeah, I'm on Mississippi State.
Mississippi State beat the shit. They beat the crap out of Tennessee.
And Auburn beat the piss out of Mississippi State, but that was at the Jungle back on March 2nd. 15-point win. To me, Auburn doesn't really have much to play for, where Mississippi State is truly playing for their lives. I think they're in after yesterday's game, but why leave it up to the committee? You know, like if you solidify this win, there ain't no fucking argument. You know what I mean?
Even if you don't get the win, if you make this a competitive game and you lose this by a possession or two and it's questionable and they say, hey, they could have knocked off Auburn, who is top 15 in the nation, potentially top 10. Yeah, I think that this is a spot where I'm willing to bat Mississippi State in that defense to just – it's the same thing that I thought South Carolina was going to do, where they would throw some looks at Auburn, get Auburn on a neutral court, and really just turn the defense up and the intensity up. And unfortunately, South Carolina guys shot out the building. I think this is a spot where we can back Mississippi State, who's got a better defense, and they'll be able to really, really disrupt the shooters of Auburn. So, yeah, I'm with you here. Fate and Auburn on the neutral court.
Let's take that 8. Now, the sweat is on for me in the MEAC, because I have a Howard plus 450 ticket. The only problem is Delaware State has been running through all the fucking good teams in the MEAC besides Howard. I mean, they've been a dog in all these matchups, and they're just running through teams. The Hornets are hot. Last time they played Howard won by 19. So it's a little concerning when the spread's just 4.5, but I'm not hedging. I'm doubling down on my Bison. Laying the 4.5. Let's go. You doing here?
I think I'm gonna take the points for Delaware State. I think they're gonna make this a game. I don't think
they're hot right now.
Away with it. Yeah,
I watched that Central game. They fucked up Central yesterday.
To be able to do that to a team of the pedigree of North Carolina Central and a coach like Lavelle Moten, I think there's something there. I don't think that they're just like, and it's not like they played any of these games close. In fact, they both have the exact same final score for anybody that wants to bet final score at the end of this game. 71-58 is how they beat both of those teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the Delaware State. Give me Delaware State plus the points.
If I didn't have a future, I'd probably take Delaware State in the points. I still think Howard wins, and I'm still laying the 4.5 with the hope that the Bison just put it on them, because I do believe they're the better team. But Delaware State's playing good ball right now. All right. Next up, we jump down to Cornell Yale, second Ivy League game. I like this play a lot. I'm on Yale now. I got it at -1.5. It's only, I see 2.5 right now. I still like Yale, but I would not go much fucking higher, because I do think it's going to be a close game. But I do think Yale will prevail. I think the better defensive team. They were the 1 seed a year ago in the tournament. They got upset by Princeton. I think they're carrying that chip on their shoulder. On February 23rd, Cornell won by 3. I think Yale has had a week to think about that. They're a much better defensive team here. Both teams top 57 offenses. Cornell's is actually a little bit better, but man, Yale's got a gigantic advantage on the defensive side of the ball. And I think that's all the difference down the stretch. Also, if you jump into it, the offensive rebounding and rebounding in general by Yale. Yeah.
Not even close.
Let's go. Give me them Bulldogs.
I'm locking up Yale. I'm finally on the board here. May not be 16 games, but I'm on the board here. I'm locking up Yale -2.5.
Let's go. UAB, South Florida AAC semifinal. This is a dangerous ass game for South Florida because UAB. I was talking about this the other day. I think I have UAB figured out over the past few years, almost better than any other team in the nation.
Interesting.
When UAB is playing, say, ECU or say Tulsa, you have to really worry about UAB winning that game. But if they're on a nationally televised game against a team that they're supposed to be losing to, watch out. That's when UAB gets the fuck up. And as much as I like this South Florida team, I think it's a really dangerous team to play UAB. They split in the regular season. I'm actually, as much as I hope I'm wrong in a way, not necessarily because I'm making money, but I would love to see South Florida in the big dance.
I think they're going to make it.
Dude, I think UAB is going to beat them today. I think it's a bad draw for them. UAB has just that. I would rather play. If I was South Florida, I'd rather play Florida Atlantic than UAB, which is crazy because Florida Atlantic made the Final Four. I just think UAB has this this knack for knocking off teams, and yeah, I'm gonna take the Blazers plus the points. Now I'll say this is one of the 3 games I trust least. I would say Brown Princeton, UAB South Florida. And I think the Big Ten game today, one of the Big Ten games, would be the 3 that I trust least. But what are you doing here?
I'm rolling with South Florida, and it's really. I think that this UAB team just doesn't have anything for South Florida on the offensive side of the ball. I think South Florida is going to get whatever they want. They're going to be able to score. They're going to be able to rebound. I really don't see anything on UAB's side of the ball where they're really going to slow South Florida down. And I faded this South Florida team enough this year and ate shit for it. So I'm not doing it again. I really do think that they're gonna win out and they're gonna make the tournament. So I'm going with South Florida. Get it done -2.5.
All right, Terrell Furman. Locking up the bowls. We're doing a little battle there. Shout out to Robert Martin. I know coming in from Canada to Las Vegas today. We'll be there. Noah and Ryan, I think, will be there. Noah and Mac will be there. I think Sunday. I'm flying in on Monday afternoon, I believe. So hit us up, Robert. Big Cash Glizzy says UAB was supposed to lose to Memphis. UCF, I think he means USF smash spot. Yeah, but I don't know. UAB, they did lose to Memphis in the regular season most recently, but they also were up 20 points in that game. Shout Shout out to Danny Dumbshit giving us $20, saying good luck to the Beach UTA SDSU and the demise of a network in Vegas today. That's true. That is very true. St. Bonaventure, Duquesne, 8 Atlantic 10 semifinal. Duquesne's laying 2.5. This is an underrated game. Listen, two dogs. What were they? 6 seed and a 9 seed.
Yeah, man.
I'm on the Bonnies. I like, Daryl Banks was hitting huge shots. Remember, he was on that St. Peter's team with Shaheen Holloway that went all the way to the Elite Eight.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Duquesne, I'll say, is more talented than their regular season record, in my opinion. Like they have a couple guys that can play ball, but I trust Mark Schmidt. I think this guy's a very good coach, and it seems like every year in the Atlantic 10 tournament, the Bonnies rise up. I'll take a shot. Plus 2.5. If anything, if they lose, you still might cover because I feel like the Bonnies just play close games up here in Brooklyn. What are you doing here?
Oh man, they lost to this team twice in the regular season. They did get some get back on LaSalle earlier because LaSalle really did embarrass them. They were on the road in that spot, but LaSalle embarrassed them not too long ago, and they got some get back on LaSalle in the first round. The Bonnies are. I think they're playing games close. At the very least, they're playing these games close, and they're consistent. And that's why this is 2.5. I'll take points. The Bonnies keep playing these games close.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think even if they lose, you could still cover there.
They're
Texas,
by far the better free throw shooting team, better rebounding team, better offensive team.
Well, and they have more veterans. They're one of the oldest teams in the conference tournaments right now.
I think this is a spot where you don't win 3 in a row against a team. Yeah, I'm with the Bonnies. I might run them up.
Jump in on them Bonnies, folks. Texas A&M and Florida SEC tournament. Florida's a 3.5 point favorite. No. Now my future, I have a very large wager on A&M. Well, large enough. At plus 10,000.
Uh-huh.
Florida just beat the hell out of Bama. The Buzzsaw does this every year.
Get him as a dog. He's really, really good as a dog, man. I'm not questioning it. I'll take Texas A&M.
Let's go. Ride them Aggies. Gig them.
We've seen this story before.
Yeah.
What was it when he came over from Tech? Tyrese Radford.
Yeah.
We've seen this story before.
Yeah. They're talk about veteran team. Texas A&M was supposed to be a lot better in the regular season. They're a veteran team. I am now. Florida does have revenge on the mind, but still, I just think A&M right now is playing at a really, really high level. This is the one I would say that I'm least sure about. Nebraska, Illinois laying just 4.5. It's a little. I was a little confused with the line. I thought it'd be like 6.5, 7. I'm taking Nebraska. Tominaga's making shit from everywhere on the court right now. I don't feel good about it because I think Illinois is so much more athletic, but the line, little short in my opinion. I'm going to take Fred Hoiberg in Nebraska. But this is like I said, there's 3 games that I feel shaky about. This is the third and final one. I feel pretty good about all the other ones. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Illinois. I just think that there is a gap between 1 and 2 in the Big Ten and then everybody else. I think there's a significant gap there.
Dude, I mean, Illinois is way more talented. That's why I was saying like the line is weird on this.
I think Illinois is going to end up. I think they're going to dethrone Purdue. So give me Illinois. I think, I'm not going to lock them up, but I think Illinois get it done. Minus 4.5. I'll take a chance.
Moving along, the other AAC semifinal game. Quite hilarious. Ever since this Temple gambling situation, they've been on absolute fucking fire.
There's no way I'm not taking them.
Yeah. And they're getting 13.5. This is not a crazy money line play. If you
There's
look
no way
at,
I'm not taking them.
yeah,
There's no way. I mean, they constantly game after game after game. What is this? 3 games in that tournament already? They
and
won?
and let's talk about Florida Atlantic living on the edge here. They were down most of that game to North Texas. Down the stretch, they made some key plays. Credit to them. They only won by 6. You look at the Memphis game before, they only won by 8. The North Texas game before that, they only won by 4. The Tulane game, they only won by 6. The game before that, they lost to Memphis. The game before that, they beat SMU by 10. But I'm saying all that is within the number. Then they lost to South Florida by 4. I'm all over Temple here, man. Lock. Temple,
Well,
what's that?
let's pause the music for a second.
Yeah.
Let's pause the music for a second. Before you do that, I'm gonna let you play it again if you still choose. But I will say, because Chad G made a very good point in the chat, the line moved from 12 to 13 and a half. We remember what happened. We saw the last time we saw a line move with this team.
They can't with this microscope under them. No way. No fucking way.
Do they just throw? They don't just throw this game. No way they just throw this game. They know the numbers. They know the numbers 13 and a half. They know the allegations. They have to cover 13 and a half at the very least.
As CJ Sullivan points out, they know an arrest warrant's coming for them when they land in Philadelphia. They're enjoying this vacation there in Texas. All right. So let's jump in on I mean, I think they're live. I think this is gonna be like
this is gonna be like a seed. This is the 11 seed.
It's gonna be like a 2 or 4. It's gonna be a 2 or 4 point game with like 3 or 4 minutes left. The Owls are live, man. They're live. Let's ride.
Like the first half play.
I mean, the Owls are live. I guess both of the Owls. Temple is live. Iowa State, Houston, Kansas City, Big 12 championship. I love Iowa State in this spot. You know why? Because they play
Big 10 versus new Big 10.
Big 12, yes. But
12.
Here's the angle: is that to me, we saw this. They split in the regular season, right? Iowa State won at home. Houston won at home. They both play elite fucking defense. This is the top 2 defensive rated teams in the country. Houston being number 1.
The total's at 122 and a half. 122 and a half.
Unbelievable. Jump in on the under still. No, but did you see the Iowa State? I mean, I got tagged in a bunch of shit. People that were there. That's an Iowa State crowd.
Yeah.
That's why I think Iowa State plus 5.5. Give me that all fucking day. I was on Houston yesterday.
It's clearly rattling the other teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
Kansas State,
that's what I'm saying.
Baylor, like it's rattling them. It is pro Iowa State. And it's so funny because when you look at it, it kind of looks, if not better than the Iowa State home games. This might be a lock.
No, this is a lock because if you're Houston, do you really want to win 12 straight going into the NCAA tournament?
Gotta lose one.
I would not want to win 12 straight going into the NCAA tournament. Now I know you're not going to intentionally lose, but at the same time, I just think it's a really
TJ Otzenberger. He's had a plan ever since he took that job. He's had a plan for this Iowa State team, from taking them from when they were 2 wins of the season, 2 wins on the season, 3 wins on the season, one of the biggest fades in college basketball, to being a legit contender year in, year out with that defense. I'm trusting TJ Otzenberger in this one. Iowa State, lock it up.
I'm with you. Let's not forget when Houston went to Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa, which is not that far away. Iowa State won by 4 or 5, I think. Moving along, New Mexico State, San Diego State, Mountain West Championship. San Diego State's laying 2.5. It's been a fun ride for New Mexico.
It's over. Lock it up.
It is. I completely agree.
It's over.
This is the style of team you don't want to play. They're the one team that brings you in the muck in the Mountain West. Everyone else is kind of all flashy, running great offense, great. San Diego State is like the Virginia of the Mountain West, where it's just like, oh, these guys, let's go, Aztecs, get it done.
They didn't even care about the regular season. Honestly, they knew, hey, when we get into this tournament, we're winning. and it doesn't matter. We're gonna get in. Like we can when we get to conference tournament play, we're gonna win. The Aztecs are getting it done.
Yeah. Marquette getting 9.5 against UConn. Give me the 9.5. I know Tyler, and there's speculation Tyler Kolek could play, but even if not, 9.5 is too much. What are you doing
I don't
here?
think it's enough. I told you I'm not betting Shaka anymore. It doesn't work out for me. So UConn -9.5. And honestly, like he's getting embarrassed by UConn. He really does. And now I think UConn, even though they won the Natty, there's still a little thought of, hey, that conference championship last year, we let that go. We let that go. I think they go in there and try to get them another one. So yeah, I'm all over UConn. They roll over this Marquette team.
Kent State, Akron, MAC championship. Kent State's been upsetting teams left and right. I'm on Akron. They're the veteran team. They've been building for this. Enrique Freeman, Ali, couple of vets. I'm laying the 4 with Akron. Rivalry game.
No, I'm gonna take the points.
It's a great game.
Kent State team's been playing really, really good. Really
great
good.
Game. Yeah.
St.
Peter's.
Even if they lose, they keep it close.
St. Peter's, Fairfield, MAAC championship game. St. Peter's won at the buzzer last night against Quinnipiac. I have a future on both these teams, so I'm fucking sitting pretty. If anything, St. Peter's is the further out future, but I'm going to be realistic.
Yeah.
I think Fairfield is the better team. I think Fairfield's going to win. I will lay the 2.5 with Fairfield. What are you doing here?
When is Fairfield's luck gonna run out? That's my question. Like,
they're the best team in Connecticut. Speculation.
After just talking about it. All right, but so here's my thing. Fairfield doesn't like my fade of Fairfield is that they don't win low scoring defensive games all season. You look at the games they lost: 58-55 to Marist, 65-63 Niagara. There's a 66-64 Quinnipiac in there, but they've kind of turned that around for the tournament. 68-63 Iona. You got 65-61 at Marist. But if that St. Peter's defense locks in, I don't know. I think I'm taking St. Peter's here. This is a spot that I kind of faded this team all year, and that I think that they're really, really good offense. But if you can hold that offense down, and they haven't been scoring a lot of points in the tournament at all, I think St. Peter's is going to be able to keep this close defensively.
Hard to beat a team 3 times, they say. We'll see, because Fairfield swept them in the regular season by 9 and by 2. Yeah, I'm on Fairfield, but I'm in a good spot regardless. UTEP, Western Kentucky, CUSA championship game. Western Kentucky's laying 2.5. Lock. Tops are going to win by more than 2.5. Let's go. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Hilltoppers to get it down here. Not really a fan of this UTEP.
NC State, the Pussy Pack, taking on North Carolina. Dude, NC State pulled that game out of their ass last night.
So, but do you understand what this is? How if you want to see players play for their coach, go watch NC State in this tournament. Yeah, they are single-handedly saving Keith's job.
Yeah,
if Keith wins this game, he's automatically due for a 2-year extension. If he wins this game, he gets a 2-year extension. They literally can save his job. That is written in the contract. Win the ACC conference tournament in a contract year, you're due for a 2-year extension.
Dude, I'm in on it. I'm taking NC State in the points. Look, I hate the Pussy Pack, but DJ Burns, I've been a fan at since he was at Winthrop. They're gonna get it done. I mean, I don't know that they'll win outright, but they're covering.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win outright, but they're definitely going. They're going to give them a game, and it's going to go down to the wire. and they're going to do everything they can to preserve the game and give themselves a shot at the end. So if they're down, 5, 6, they're going to do everything they can to give themselves a shot. I think they're going to cover.
Yeah, I'm with you. And that line went up a little bit. Are we concerned about that? That went up a point too. Oregon, Colorado, Pac-12 championship game, the final Pac-12. Colorado's laying 2.5. Dana Altman, he's the play here. Colorado solidified their NCAA tournament berth by beating Washington State last night. I think the Ducks upset the Buffs and get that outright bid because the Ducks need an outright bid. They can't get in without winning this game. What are you doing here?
I don't trust Dana Altman and this Oregon team. I don't trust this team anymore. I really don't. I'm good off of them. I'm taking Colorado.
Terrell laying the 2.5 with the Buffs. Texas Southern, Grambling SWAC championship. Get the shit out of here. I got my future on Texas Southern.
They do it every year.
I know.
Every year. Rinse and repeat.
Lay the 2 points or 2.5, whatever the fuck it is now, with Texas Southern. Lock. And another one I love is a lock is Long Beach State's going to beat UC Davis tomorrow. Tonight.
It feels like tomorrow how late these games are.
Do you know about this story? This is the same situation basically as NC State. Long Beach State announced earlier in the week that they were not bringing back their head coach, who's been there a long fucking time. He's the guy who started Gonzaga before Mark Few, when Gonzaga really started to have that run. And his team's responding well because they just beat the 1 seed. And if they win, it's going to be hard to, this is why athletic directors are fucking stupid to announce that before the conference tournament. Cause this is a good way to get your your AD fired. What are you going to do when he wins? And they go dancing. Well, I mean, I actually think the school president might think about firing the AD because it's like, what are you doing here? I think Long Beach wins outright against UC Davis. Lock.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I think you can't and it's on the players. I think it's on the players, and they're saying like, hey, we're going to get up for this coach, and we're going to make them make a tough decision. We're going to the tournament, and so
they're a better roster too. They're a better roster than UC Davis. I know Davis was the higher seed. Long Beach State's got the more talented roster too. So I think it's a great spot. Let's go. Take them dirt bags. The beach. Let's go. UT Arlington. What's up?
I don't know if I made that. I don't know if I made that known, but I'm locking up Long Beach State today.
Let's go.
Better offensive rebounding team.
UT Arlington, Grand Canyon. Oh, Arlington has been such a darling of mine. Grand Canyon looking to go 29-4. CJ Sullivan has that future. What could be in their way? Oh, a little team from Arlington, Texas. That's won 8 straight. Give me the Mavericks and the points. Sprinkle that plus 210 money line or plus 220, whatever it is. Let's go. What are you doing here?
I think it was a fun ride, but I'm going with Grand Canyon, laying the points. Not gonna lock it up though.
That game's fun. All right. Currently, Brown is up 12 on Princeton at the 1 minute mark. Just about to be the halftime. And Vermont only up 2 on Lowell. Still
live bet Princeton money line. What's the Princeton money line play? No, because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. These teams go up big. These teams go up big at half, and then they blow the game.
Right now, you can get Princeton plus 5 or 4.5, plus 200 money line.
Even if they come short, yes, I'd play Princeton.
I like it. Let's do a little parlay and get out of here. I got to do some, just a bunch of shit. Just got another. I'm doing some radio. How about a little parlay? What's the game you feel best about?
Let's
San Diego State.
Is it Texas? Is it Texas Southern? It's Texas Southern. Texas Southern is the one I
yeah. How about Texas Southern, San Diego State, and Texas Southern, San Diego State, Iowa State,
or Buzz.
Yeah. A&M.
Yeah, let's go with Buzz.
Texas Southern, San Diego State parlay. Let's fucking go. Get in on the live bet too with Princeton, because I do think that's a good spot. And let's enjoy these games, folks. Give Terrell Furman a follow on Twitter at @reallyRel__. I know it's a shorter show than normal, but games are on. And the next games don't start till 10.
It's only 16 games. We normally do 130 something.
That's what I'm saying. This is an easy one. At the Colby D, I am on Twitter. Follow. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Yes, we have a show tonight. Yes, I'm on Sports Grid and VSiN today. And tomorrow, obviously, Selection Sunday. You're going to hear a lot from us. Check us out. Until next time, folks, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
I feel like there are veterans that are older than me, and I feel like I'm on my way to that. But I feel like, if some of the new guys look at me as something they weigh, then that just shows weakness in their character. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I looked at it like, I gotta break down my own walls. I gotta get there on my own. I gotta take mine. Leave me alone. I'm in my zone. Don't wanna talk to you. I'll get there on my own. Leave me alone. I'm in my zone. Don't wanna talk to you. I'll get there on my own. Check it. 2012, the game's changed. No shells, digi airwaves, transport to brain cells. YouTube hits were traded in for sales, but record labels still fall for anything that sells. Indie lifestyle till I die or all else fails. I know I ain't the only one because they all out there. Listen up, I'm splitting tongues while y'all split hands. If defining was undefinable, then I'd fit there. Got hate over my game, doggy, I don't care. I'm in my own lane, ain't nobody else out here. I got no shame, I'ma say the way I feel. And if you don't like it, fuck it, that's the way I feel. Separate the fake, I only roll with the real. The message ain't in hate, I ain't trying to lessen the pill. Y'all can flake if you wanna, I ain't stressing for real. Regardless, yo, I'm still gonna be here. Leave me alone. I'm in my zone. Don't wanna talk to you. I'll get